was unable to practice during the week coming off of their bye because of contact tracing. Well, as you just said, much of their defense unable to practice right now as they are also in contact tracing. The path to them all playing is continuing to test negative. The expectation is that tomorrow by 4 p.m. Eastern time, many of those players, if not all of the players that have been placed on COVID-19 because of close contact, not those that have tested positive, will be removed from the list. The last barrier is to test negative again on Sunday. As we know, that's the case for every NFL player, but because these guys have been classified as high-risk close contacts, we'll watch their tests even closer. I would say this, though, Laura, the NFL feels pretty good about this game, all things considered. As we know, the last time the Raiders were in this situation, their Sunday night primetime game got moved out of the window. Here they are, still scheduled to play Sunday night at 8 o'clock against the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's a good point, Field. Stay right there. We got more coming from you. Ryan, you just heard what Field Yates had to say about this and the Raiders defense. What do you think the impact is of those guys not being able to practice really that much ahead of this game?
Oh, well, shoot, you hope it's the type of impact that not practicing had on Ben Roethlisberger, because if you can do that, then why ever practice? Just stay at home and homeschool your kids. But when you're looking at the Raiders and going up against Patrick Mahomes, it's almost like it doesn't even matter anyway. You know what he's going to do. You know what type of player he's going to be. Maybe resting helps. And the thing I worry about with this defense is if it's the secondary players. The secondary is extremely young. The secondary needs that type of communication during the week. You need to be able to understand what you're going to get out of certain formations and have it play out before you. Because when you're going up against Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy and Patrick Mahomes, the thing you don't want to be is confused. The thing you don't want to be is on a different page, because any type of crease, any type of opening, they can take advantage of it. So that's going to be the huge part. Do you understand the playbook? Do you know what you need to do?
Listen, I hate that these players have to go through this, but it didn't matter. Patrick Mahomes about to go crazy. Everybody know it. Everybody understands what transpired in the first game of the season against the Raiders. The Raiders took a Nipsey Hussle victory lap around the stadium. All of that stuff is being calculated. You and I, L Boogie, we talk. L Boogie is what I call Laura Rutledge America. You and I talked to Travis Kelce a few days ago, all right? And Travis Kelce said he didn't hold people accountable. He held himself responsible for not playing the way that they're supposed to play. And I believe the Kansas City Chiefs angry is the scariest thing in the NFL. And that's what they'll be against the Raiders. And if the Raiders can somehow produce offensively like they did in the first game, I'm going to go to Kansas City and pull Steve Spagnuolo aside and ask him, why in the hell couldn't you stop the Raiders from putting up 40 points twice? Okay? But outside of that, Patrick Mahomes and this offense and Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy, listen, I'm going. If they give up 40, I'm going to Kansas City. All right? And the bottom line is this. The Kansas City Chiefs offense and Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy and Patrick Mahomes are petty. They are petty, but petty in a good way. Don't think for a second that they're not going to try to put on an offensive extravaganza against the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, Mina.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Mina, Derek Carr had a couple of really nice throws in that game last time when they beat the Chiefs. So how can he perform so?
He did, Laura. He was excellent in that game, and it kind of unlocked something in Derek Carr, right, which was specifically the deep ball. He's been a different guy since then. He's been actually really good this season. He's the best quarterback that we're not really talking about. Third down, QBR.
Bye.